Hey guys, it's RockTheGolem. I'm back from vacation and here with an update video for you guys. I haven't done one of these in a while, so I do want to let everyone know exactly what's going on and what the plan is for the future of the channel. So as you can tell just by looking at this video, the camera angle has changed. The reason being is because I got myself a new desk. The desk I had prior to this, I've had for a very long time. It was old, it was starting to get worn out, and I just didn't have the room that I wanted. Plus, this one has a very special function, and here it is. Yes, that's right. This is what is known as a standing and sitting desk. It is able to move up and down at my command. It can go as low as 2 feet, as high as 4 feet, and basically I can set up any way that I want to. So if I do any recording that requires me to stand, or if I feel better standing, I can do that and not have to worry about where the computer is going to be, where the microphone is going to be. All of it's going to adjust. Obviously, I have to do the mic by myself. But this is going to make things much easier for me when it comes to recording. The reason why the camera angle had to change though is because this desk is so much bigger than the previous desk I had. It's much longer, it's a little bit wider, so I had to reposition it because there wasn't enough space in the room here where I'm set up to have it be the way it was with my old desk. So this is the new angle you guys will see on camera. However, when it comes to being on camera, I have gotten some feedback from people and I have decided that if I'm doing a Let's Play, I won't be on the camera anymore. It's going to make it a lot easier for me to do screenshots for wallpapers and thumbnails for YouTube, because I like to pull those directly from the gameplay itself. But also a lot of people were actually saying that they didn't like to see me on camera, and that's actually going to make things a little bit easier for me. It's one less thing I have to worry about setting up. I don't have to worry about where it's going to go on the screen, blocking anything on the user interface, and it's just going to make time setting up and get everything ready a whole lot easier for me. So as far as being on camera, the only time you guys are going to see me is for unboxings or vlogs or updates and things like that. Alright, let's get this thing back to normal, huh? Alright, so as far as scheduling videos go, you guys have seen for yourself, my videos have been very sporadic lately. Work has been getting in the way, I haven't been feeling well, as you guys know from the last video I posted, and I just haven't had the opportunity to really sit down and have the energy to record anything. However, vacation really seems to have recharged my batteries a lot. I fell behind unboxing the Firefly loot crates and the loot crates themselves. I do want to get back on track with those, and I do plan on doing both a rapid fire Firefly loot crate for Jane, which is the one that came out last time, and I do have a loot crate that I haven't even opened yet. I've been saving it to open here on camera with you guys, but I'm gonna do those both in one video, kind of go through them really quickly, and I'm just gonna try to get back on schedule like I used to do before, where when the boxes came out, I would open them that day and record it, and usually get the video out that night or the next day. But as far as everything else goes, I used to have a set schedule for everything. I used to try to do every day, then I tried to do every day except maybe not on Sundays, and then I tried 3 days a week, and it's really hard for me to keep a schedule because of the way my life is worked out right now. I work a full-time job, I have a girlfriend, I'm involved with 2 different podcast groups, I do like to spend time with my friends, and on top of it, I'm actually finding a lot more paying voice acting work right now. I'm actually lined up with someone from Tokyo who's working on a program that will help students learn English over in Japan. I'm currently exchanging emails back and forth with her right now, working out scripts and how things are going to go, pricing and things along those lines. So it's not locked in just yet, but that is the next big project I'm looking forward to. And I'm also looking to do more audiobook narration as well, but I haven't gotten around to looking at auditions for those yet. I do plan on doing that in the future, and if anything does come up, I will let you guys know, but that's going to be a little far off, I think. But as far as scheduling on the channel goes, there is not going to be any set schedule anymore. Like I've mentioned many times before, YouTube is not my primary source of income. It's a hobby I do, it's for fun. So I've really tried hard to keep up with the channel, and I do plan on bringing out more content, but as of right now, there's going to be no set schedule. Things will come out as I have them for you, but I will try my best to have them come out as frequently as possible, and much more frequently than just the 1 or 2 a month that I've been doing. I can't promise you how many I will have each month, or even each week, but again, I'm going to try my best to get things out as much as I possibly can. Speaking of content, I have a huge announcement that I am so excited to tell you guys about. Anyone who's been to my channel can see and tell that my most popular video has been Mori Speaks Kinda. That video has almost 30,000 views. I've explained it before. I was originally going to play Mori in a complete fan dub of the series for Asbasia years ago, and for whatever reason, the fan dub just never happened. But I had managed to record the lines from Mori from episodes 1 to 13. And the thing is, I knew the character of Mori really well, because that's what people compared me to. And it was also one of the first fan dub characters I ever was selected for. But I found myself sitting on 13 episodes of dialogue of lots of, yeah, Haruhi, Mitsukuni. A lot of stuff like that, and there was very few times that Mori actually said anything more than that. He does speak in the series for anyone who's a fan. They know it. The video I put out was meant to be kind of a joke, poking fun at the character. And the funny thing is people loved it. There are actually people who were requesting that someone remix it into a music video, which I think would be awesome if someone did something like that. So if any of you music buffs out there want to take a look at that stuff, I have the original lines still on this computer, so I'd be more than happy to give them to you, and if you can turn them into something, by all means, please do. The video I put out was flagged for copyright from third-party content almost immediately, and the original reason was because I used one of the songs from the original soundtrack in the background. I was able to get that lifted because I contested the fact that the audio was only up to a certain level for maybe the first 3 or 4 seconds, at which point it dropped down to being very quiet, and on top of it, my voice or noises that I was making was consistently being played over. So despite the fact that yes, I did use someone else's content, it wasn't doing anything to hurt the franchise. It could not be ripped from the video I put, so there was no risk of anyone illegally acquiring that track by pulling it off of my videos, so the content itself was protected. So that third-party flag was lifted. However, not long after that, I was whacked for visual content. And let's face it, yes, I do use video clips from the series, but I didn't use that much. If you look at the video, the clips from the series itself only total out to about 60 seconds worth, so I contested that claim as well. However, their claim was renewed, so the third-party flag still stuck, and I wasn't able to monetize the video. In fact, the people who claimed the content were actually getting the money that my video was raking in. Now again, it's a 1-minute long video, it's not going to merit that much money, but still, you know, over 27,000 views later, whatever money it was making was going to someone else. However, the way YouTube worked, at least the way I was under the impression of it working, was that if you contested a copyright claim the second time, it then became more of a legal matter that could get lawyers involved and actually go to courts and things like that. And for a 1-minute video, I just didn't think it was worth it. Like, I don't have that kind of money. Even now, working a full-time job, I don't have that kind of money. So I decided to let it go and figured, what else could I do? I'll just start making more videos. I'll just do whatever I can to keep my channel in good standing. And if they flag me for third-party content, I'll just cop to it, admit to it, and, you know, hopefully there won't be any issue and they can just start getting their money. Since then, though, YouTube has changed a little bit, and not always for the better. A lot of you guys have seen that there have been issues with content being flagged for copyright, and creators on YouTube who have either done reviews or have absolutely no content from other people at all have had their videos claimed by other people and are taking the monetization away from them, whatever money they would make. And these are YouTubers who YouTube is their primary source of income. It's how they make a living. It's how they survive. So these people were having issues because anybody could go claim copyright on their videos, and then immediately the person who claimed the video started gaining money that they should rightfully have had. The original creators should rightly have been earning. So it was a very flawed system. It created this huge uproar. So I started paying very close attention to how these things worked. Mori Speaks was always something that stuck in my mind. I have hundreds of comments on there. I have hundreds more likes on there. And like I said, almost 30,000 views. So despite the fact that I created this video using someone else's content, I used audio and visual, it was made under fair use. It was only a very small fraction. It was actually less than, I think, 1/10% of the video content from the entire series, and the audio had been protected by me, and the voice acting work was all me. And as I said, the video was created to be a joke, poking fun at the character of Mori himself. So it was a parody in that sense, and because of all those things, and because it didn't hurt the franchise and was actually popular and people liked it, and made people talk about how much they loved the character of Mori and how excited they would be to see a part 2, someone else was able to basically abuse fair use and say that, no, you can't make any money off of this. But not too long ago, YouTube announced the fact that from now on, what they will be doing, and I don't know if they've implemented it yet, but in the future, if someone claims copyright content is theirs instead of the creators, what YouTube will actually do is they'll take the money that would have been going to the content creator, and instead of automatically starting to give it to the person who's claimed the content, they'll actually hold it in a separate account. So no one gets the money. YouTube is actually going to take care of that money, keep it in reserve for all intents and purposes on their own, and then once it's determined who actually should be getting the content, once it's reviewed properly, as opposed to either having an automated system do it or have no one look at it at all, then once that rightful person has been determined, all that money that's being held will go to them. So as far as Mori Speaks goes, I don't think I'll ever see that money that I lost to someone else. However, with this new system being put into place and with all this fighting for fair use, I decided to go ahead and do that secondary dispute on the video. 30 days passed, no one tried to contact me, no one tried to renew the dispute. Mori Speaks has now been released back to me. It's now fully monetized, I'm able to collect on it, it's great. And as I said before, whatever money the video made was probably not all that much, but the truth about it is that contesting the copyright dispute on this video has never been about making the money anyway. It's been about protection of fair use for content creators, and for me at least, this is a huge victory. Who knows though, maybe some of you guys will consider it a big victory for you as well, but this just proves that now things are hopefully getting a little bit better on YouTube and will continue to move in that direction. And because of this, and because a couple of you have already requested it, I plan on going through episodes 14 through 26 and making a second part to Mori Speaks. Again, it'll probably just be like a minute-long video. It may be a little more complex, I don't know. It's been a long time since I've watched the series, and it is going to take a little while because I do have to go through every episode and pick out the pieces and make sure they line up with the videos and everything. But Mori Speaks 2 is planned and will be worked on as soon as I possibly can do it. A couple of you people have also hinted at me doing Big Mac from My Little Pony as well, with his yep. So I think I'll probably be doing one for him as well, but not until I get Mori out first. But speaking of Mori and watching Ouran Host Club and everything, I've decided that I need to get a handle on my fan dubbing. So for those of you who saw the Black Butler fan dub that I put out a while ago, the girl, Rinnie Pie X, who actually played Ciel, she's going to be helping me out with a fan dub of Ouran High School. The scene that we're actually planning on working on is when Casanova goes to Haruhi and is trying to confess his love to her, and Haruhi ends up basically friend-zoning him multiple times and just completely crushing his spirit. I want to fan dub that scene. Rinnie Pie X has already agreed to play Haruhi for me. I've talked to Nikuru-chan 18 about playing Renge. I'm probably going to see if Nokon and Harusoul can play Hikaru and Kaoru for me. So I will need some people to do background females if you're interested. I will need someone to do Honey is in there. I'll need someone to do Tamaki. So I'm gonna have to go through and script everything out, and then I'm gonna handpick some people, but I'll leave some things open to other people as well. If I don't think I have someone who can, fill a role as well as I wanted them to, then I will start putting out casting calls for it. And I'm gonna do it a little more formally than I have in the past. I'm not just gonna put out a random video being like, "Oh, casting call, email me." I'm actually gonna go to places like the Voice Acting Alliance and sites like that and post live auditions and let people submit things to me. So as far as fan dubbing goes, that's going to be the next one that I'm going to be working on seriously. I do have those other fan dubs I mentioned before. The open casting call video, I either need to take down or marked as being closed. I need to do formal auditions for those as well. I need to actually get people's attention for some of these things, because I've still had a very hard time getting Riza Hawkeye, Eren Yeager, characters like those. And my initial intention was to try to limit it to YouTube voice actors, because YouTube is really where I got my start, and I was trying to help other people and try to find that, diamond in the rough, no-name voice actor just starting out. And unfortunately, either I wasn't finding them or they weren't finding me, and the Fandubs themselves suffered for it, and the production suffered for it. So once I get the Oron Fandub done, I'll be working on those one at a time, getting all those put out, and then I can start fresh and start working on other stuff. And as far as other stuff goes, if you guys have suggestions of Fandubs that you want to do with me, or that you think I could do and pull off, give me suggestions, let me know. Tell me the series, tell me the scene, the episode, whatever it is. I would love to work on it, and I would love to work with other people too. I've worked with a bunch of groups before. I've worked with BT Dubs, I've worked with Pineapple Kiss Productions. Actually, it's primarily those two, but hey, there you go. But I love working on stuff like that. So if you guys have suggestions, or you want to work with me or have me work for you, let me know. Okay, so despite the fact that my channel was originally set up to be voice acting, fan dubbing, and stuff along those lines, most of you know, and I think the majority of my subscribers have actually come to my channel because of me doing Let's Plays. And really, the Let's Playing is where I was able to get the scheduling to do every day of the week to have a video put out. Again, I can't do that anymore, but I do want to get back into Let's Playing and maybe even doing some live streaming. As of right now, the next big game I'm looking to do is Dragon Ball Xenoverse 2. The downside about wanting to make that my next big one is that it doesn't come out until the end of this year. I think they actually have it slated for December, and let's face it, video games don't always come out when they initially think, so for all I know, it could be 2017 by the time I'm playing it. That being said, I do have several game series that I haven't finished yet. There's Tales from the Borderlands, there's The Wolf Among Us, there's Assassin's Creed Syndicate, which you guys know I love Assassin's Creed. So what should I do as far as Let's Playing to get back into it? I've been playing Overwatch a lot lately, so would you guys be interested in seeing that? I picked up Dragon Quest Heroes a little while ago, but never got around to playing it. It's very much like Hyrule Warriors, Dynasty Warriors, a game along those lines. Would you guys be interested in seeing that? Or if there's another game out there that you would be interested in seeing, what is it? Let me know. If you guys have suggestions of what you'd like to see, tell me. Even I'll live stream them, I'll record them, and upload them like any other video. We'll see what happens, but I just want to hear what you guys want to see, and I'll be more than happy to bring it to you if I'm able to. But anywho, I got a couple more videos I need to record today before I even think about editing, so I'm going to end this one here and get started on those. So thank you guys very much for watching. If you liked what you've seen and heard, please be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. And having said all that, I will see you all on the other side. Take care.